Hey guys, it's Mario Fan 520, and before you tell me yes, I know already. I reviewed Jaws. So why the heck are you reviewing this movie again? Well, for two reasons. First off, I am reviewing this movie for the new release of the new shark movie that barely came out called The Meg, and I figured, since I'm doing Steven Spielberg month, why not review this movie? And I decided to review this movie because of those two reasons. And this movie's a classic. It's also my favorite movie of all time, if you guys didn't know that. It's my favorite movie of all time. I absolutely love this movie. It is everything that movies should be. Now let's talk about Jaws. So Jaws was released back in 1975 and was known as the first blockbuster ever made. This term, the blockbuster, was invented because people would bust the block just to see this movie. And it happened again years later with movies like Star Wars. And when the 90s came out, movies like Jurassic Park came blockbusters. But Jaws was the movie that everyone lined up to see. What's the plot of Jaws? Well, Jaws is basically the plot of this movie is Chief Martin Brody encounters a series of shark attacks on beaches in New England, and he, a shark expert and a shark hunter, have to go try to take down this great white shark while traveling through the seas. I don't have to tell you guys that Jaws is a revolutionary film from any certain standpoint. This film is a masterpiece. This film has everything right going for it. The story, the characters, the setting, the animatronics. But what makes Jaws so special? Because this isn't just a creature feature. This isn't just a creature feature or just a shark movie. What makes Jaws so special? The thing that makes Jaws so special is the characters. The characters are so lovable. They actually feel like actual characters, and you care for these characters. They actually feel like characters that you would see in real life events. And Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, and Richard Dreyfuss have fantastic chemistry in this movie. And most people can look at movies like Jaws and think it's maybe just a horror or a drama or a thriller film. But the thing that I absolutely love about Jaws is that it can be a part of any genre. There's action, there's drama, there's suspense, there's thriller, there's adventure, there's even horror in this film. And all of those certain genres fit perfectly into Jaws. And the direction in Jaws is perfectly paced by Spielberg himself. Spielberg doesn't show any signs of weakness in his direction. When he's focusing on directing characters or certain shark attacks, he never fails at it. He is so great on moving the camera in this film. The certain scenes that he'll shoot in this movie, in fact, all of the scenes that he shoots in this movie absolutely puts you to the edge of your seat. Everything about Jaws just delivers into your body the idea of realism. And speaking of which, there are some people who also say that the shark and Jaws didn't hold up as much, which means and they'll technically think that the movie doesn't really hold that much either. But like I said, this movie is a masterpiece and a classic. And honestly, the shark still holds up, in my opinion, for 90% of the time. And that's because of Steven Spielberg. Spielberg even said himself he wasn't going to make this movie unless he had permission to not show the shark for the first half of the movie. And that's a genius idea. There are suspenseful moments where you can't even see the shark, but you can see the destruction it causes to humans and the entire beach. Spielberg was very meticulous. He was very careful on when showing and not showing the animatronics in this film. And it's genius. And John Williams' iconic score absolutely takes away this entire film. And it's not just the scenes on when a shark shows up. It's the music in the film in general. And the fact that Williams' score absolutely delivers in Jaws, it makes the entire experience incredibly mind-blowing, along with Steven Spielberg's masterful direction. And the things that I absolutely love and adore about Jaws is the feel of drama and suspense. This film is absolutely filled with drama and suspense throughout its entire runtime. As we see the folks and the people having a crisis on Amity Island, as multiple shark attacks begin to occur, or even what Martin Brody has to do to help the entire beach. And it's about time that I talk about the actors in this film. Roy Scheider, rest in peace, fantastic actor, absolutely terrific as Martin Brody in this movie. He had great chemistry between Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss, who were absolutely great in this movie as well. All three of their characters, you can engage with them and understand them, and they actually feel like characters. They don't just feel like bodies that are just thrown into a film to get killed by sharks. No, these are actual characters. And many other movies have tried to go maybe almost the same route as Jaws did. In particular, many other shark movies. Lots of shark movies have been made, and none of them have ever lived up to Jaws. And the thing that I love about Jaws is that it's a film that knows what it wanted to be. This film isn't, like I just said, a cliche monster creature feature. This film doesn't pander to its audience. This film actually takes its time to tell a cleverly and beautifully written story with amazing characters and an amazing shark. This film has been timeless and revolutionary since its release. And I remember the first time that I saw Jaws, and I was probably very young when I saw Jaws. I was probably maybe 10 or 11 years old. I was absolutely blown away by this movie. And ever since then, I've been watching this movie a couple more times ever since I've gotten older and older. And ever since then, I've still been loving this movie ever since I've seen it, and it's been my favorite movie of all time. And now let's talk about a scene that absolutely chills me to the bone, and in my opinion would be one of the most suspenseful scenes in cinema history. It's how Quint dies when Martin Brody and Quint are in the boat, and they think the Great White has gotten to Hooper, and then all of a sudden the shark pops up out of the water and tries to take down the boat. And Quint slides into the great white shark's mouth, and then it absolutely devours him and crushes his stomach and eats him alive. That is one of the most chilling scenes in cinema history, in my opinion, and it is fantastically directed and with no music, and I think that's what makes the scene a lot more realistic and scarier. It is a fantastic and chilling scene. Guys, I don't have to tell you, I adore this movie. Jaws is a movie that has stood the test of time successfully. It has fantastic characters, a great shark. It's a film that's filled with drama and suspense. And it's one of Steven Spielberg's best films, and it's my favorite movie of all time. And absolutely, without a doubt, Jaws gets an A+. Guys, thank you so much for the support you have showed me to my channel. I'm sorry I didn't get to review this in person. I'm gonna start on doing just a little reviews of edited reviews, because I like doing this sometimes and stuff like that. And maybe I'll do this with some movie reviews, and other movie reviews you'll get to see me talk in person, but at least you still get to hear me talk about these. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best. I love every single one of you. Look forward to more movie reviews that'll be coming soon. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for joining into Steven Spielberg Month with me and stuff like that. And as always, I am Mario Fan 520, and I will see you next time. Peace out.